Are we on? There we go. Alrighty, here's your warm-up. Those of you at home, solve those equations for their variable and graph your solution. You can want to pause because we've already done it and we're ready to go. Here we go, everybody. So let's get that out of here and get this show on the road. Okay, so we've got these two inequalities, and again, the steps to solving an inequality are literally the same steps as solving an equation. So what we're going to do, though, is we just have to make sure that if we multiply or divide by a negative, both sides by a negative, then we have to flip the inequality. So let's see, Henry, talk me through the steps on solving number one and tell me when I should or when I shouldn't flip the inequality.
What I started with is I subtracted 4 from each side.
Yep, get rid of that positive 4 by subtracting 4. What does that make my inequality now?
Negative 5v is greater than 34.
Okay. Keep it going.
30.
Oh, 30. Very good. That's okay. How many of us do that sometimes? Like when you're solving an equation, you just totally forget to like actually subtract 4. Like you wrote it down and everything. I know that happens to me all the time. Keep it going, Henry. What's next?
Then I divided by negative 5 and
Okay.
flipped the inequality.
Beautiful. Why do you flip the inequality?
Because I divided by negative
Because
5.
we divided both sides by negative 5.
Is it, like if you multiply negative 5?
Multiply or divide both sides by a negative. Yeah. So v is less than negative 6. Is that what you got there, Henry?
Yeah.
Perfect. How many of us got v is less than negative 6? How many of us got v is less than negative 6? Wait a minute. Hold on. Where are we on this, guys? Give me a big thumbs up if you literally got that. It's no big deal. Big thumbs down. You don't understand how he did any of that. Then dial it somewhere in between. Let's make sure the hoods come off as well. Where is everybody? Is everybody? Okay, okay, okay. So I know what we need to do. Shh. Okay. I know where we need to go for some help. Voices, please. Okay. Let's graph this, guys. So again, when you graph these, I'm not going to make you draw the entire number line. Like, honestly, if you just graph negative 6 and its close neighbors, like, honestly, like, if I get two numbers on each side, I'm not going to complain. Okay. Let's see here. Nathan, what's your favorite color? Blue. Okay. So I'm going to get this in blue, and then we're going to have you graph this, okay? So I want you to graph this on my number line. I want you to go ahead and graph this inequality right there on your number line. Make sure you use the correct circle, hollow or filled, and then shade the correct direction. Go ahead and give it a shot. See what happens. So it's on 6. Okay, let's see. What do you guys think? Thumbs up looks right. Thumbs down looks incorrect, or thumbs to the side, you're not sure. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Okay. Okay, so let's see here. That's okay. Let's talk about it. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is a good thing because here's the deal. Analyzing mistakes is a great way to learn this stuff. So what's wrong with it? Is it the circle or the shading? Guys, is it the circle or the shading? The incorrect part is the... Okay, beautiful. It is the shading. Skylar, can you describe to me why the shading is incorrect? Yeah. And you know what? People make that mistake all the time in the negatives. Skylar, do you think you know why that mistake happens in the negatives more than in the positives? Okay, that's all right. Does anyone think they know why that might happen more often in the negatives than the positives? Tice.
Because the negatives are weird and they count down,
Yeah.
up, and count up.
Yes, that's exactly right. 5 and 4 look like they're less than 6, but since it's in the negatives, it's got to go the other way. Does that make sense, Nathan? Is that what happened? Sure. Well, I can tell you got the right circle. The right circle, and the reason is because you have to ask yourself, is negative 6 less than itself? Is that true, Nathan? It is equal to, but is it less than itself? No. No number is less than itself. And so we use a hollow circle to say that the negative 6 doesn't count. The negative 6 does not count as part of our solution. Okay? And then we have to ask ourselves, think about it like this. Since v is less than negative 6, we might think of that maybe in terms of debt. Your debt is worse than negative 6. What kind of... Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, owing someone $7 is worse than owing them $8. Or sorry, $6. And so we need to shade in that direction instead. That's the story right there. After seeing that once, how many of us are feeling a little bit better about that? Are you guys doing okay out there? Okay, beautiful. Let's see it. Let's see this next one, and I would love to get a little bit of help from Penny. Penny, what would be your first step on number 2? And how do you remove that 17? Well, that's okay. Okay, keep going. What is that going to turn my inequality into?
Yeah, I don't know what I did.
Okay, that's okay. I'm telling you right now, Penny, that's a good thing, because I actually see that, Penny, I actually see that happen all the time when I put my variables on the right-hand side. We're so used to carving away the stuff on the left-hand side that we get a little bit stuck sometimes when I put the variables on the right-hand side, and that's the reason I do that. So here we go, Penny. I want you to remember the story about the date, right? There's you, and then there's this feller in yeller, and this one in pink. So, Penny, which one of these is the date? 8 or 27? I sure did. Go ahead, Penny, which one's the date? 8 or the 27?
27.
I'm glad we're talking here. It's 8. Here's why, Penny. Penny, in this story, you're the variable.
Oh.
And if you're on a date and you had to bring your annoying sibling along with you, would you want to sit?
I was the T.
Yeah, you are the T.
Oh.
So,
I mean the 8.
oh, no.
No.
I'm on it.
Wait, who's the fella?
So, well, that's up to Penny.
No, I thought that I was like the 8 because I'm yellow,
Oh,
you know? He was like,
okay. No, you're the variable in this story, okay? So you're sitting next to your date and you're keeping your annoying sibling at arm's length, like far away from where you are, like at a different table at a different restaurant maybe. So I have to get rid of that 27 first. How do I get rid of that 27? Yeah, and you were trying to get rid of the 17, but since that's not the same side as the variable, that's not the direction that we're headed. So that's going to give me, my inequality is now negative 10 is less than or equal to 8t. I didn't multiply or divide by a negative, so I'm in good shape. Okay, Penny, what's going to be your next step? Divide both sides by 8. Table E? No, thank you. Now this one gets controversial. First, let's get the number. The number's not controversial. Negative 10 divided by 8 is negative 1.25.
Oh, that's what I got.
And then this side is t. Great, that's good.
I did.
Do you know what I think? I think it happens. I think it happens. Okay. But what should the symbol be, Penny? Should the symbol stay a less than or equal to, or should it flip to a greater than or equal to? Why is that?
Because it's split. Oh no. Mine's like flipped around. It's weird.
Okay, I think what I suspect, just a second.
I got one split.
I suspect you probably did that same thing that Ada does, where she likes to flip the inequality and like put her variables on the left-hand side. But let's deal with that in a minute. If you're wondering about whether or not to flip the inequality, Penny, you have to ask yourself this question. Did you or did you not divide both sides by a negative number? Did you or did you not divide both sides by a negative number, Penny? You did not. And since you did not divide both sides by a negative, you do not flip the inequality. Now, I suspect, again, I think that this one of the problems here, guys, because it was kind of where we started, right? We started with the problem that variables were on the right-hand side instead of the left. So if you want to do this the way that Ada does it and flip the inequality to start, you can do that. You just got to be careful about how you write it down. 8t plus 27, perfect, thanks, Kylie, is greater than or equal to 17. Okay? 8t plus 27, focus up here, guys. That has nothing to do with us. 8t plus 27 is greater than or equal to 17. And you can do that, guys, because if the, again, if the alligator is trying to eat the bigger side, then he needs to eat this side because we said that side was bigger at the beginning. Okay? Penny, is that what you did to start?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that'll explain why we were getting a little bit turned around there.
I don't know. I got it.
That's okay. Mira, you had a question. Tell you what, let's finish this problem out, and then we'll get through our the beginning of the day. No, because I wanted to show you guys that it works regardless of which side you do it on. Oh, okay, thank you. All right, so again, if you just follow the same steps that Penny took over here, you're going to get, oops, that's not an equal though. That should be greater than or equal to, excuse me. Greater than or equal to. Divide both sides by 8. We still didn't divide both sides by a negative, so it's still t is greater than or equal to negative 1.25. Both of these answers mean the same thing, that negative 1.25 is less than or equal to t, and t is greater than or equal to negative 1.25. Now we need to graph our solution. I'm going to put the graph over here, guys. So this graph is going to be over here. And that's going to be negative 1.25, and its neighbors would be like negative 1, negative 0.75. This would be like negative 1.5, negative 1.75. What is your favorite color? And I would love to get that from Melissa. What's your favorite color? Green. Oh, look, I already got it in green. Hooray. Will you graph this for me? So am I going to use a solid dot or a hollow dot? And then which direction am I going to shade? Go ahead and pop it right on there. It's okay to be wrong. Just do whatever feels right, okay? Okay, so it looks like she put a fill dot. And she shaded it to the right. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you agree with Melissa and a thumbs down if you disagree with Melissa, or if a thumbs to the side if you are not sure. So Melissa is correct. She's right. First of all, guys, it's a solid dot because is negative 1.25 greater than or equal to itself? Yeah, it's equal to, right? It's equal to. That's the difference. When I say that is negative 6 less than negative 6, you're like, no. And when I say is negative 1.25 greater than or equal to negative 1.25, you're like, yes, it's equal to it. And then, what's better than owing someone $1.25? Sure, which would be a positive $1.25, which lives on that side of the number line. So Melissa, you did that perfectly, exactly the way I wanted to see it. Nathan, go for it. That's right. If it's a less than or equal to or a greater than or equal to, use a solid dot. If it's a less than or a greater than, use a hollow dot. Perfect. Let's see here. Yeah, then you just put a dot and don't shade anything. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Yes, that's fine. Do you have a phone on you? Okay. Alrighty, let's see here, guys. I actually messed up. It's not the 52nd day of school anymore. That was yesterday. Also, today is not National Sandwich Day. That was yesterday. I knew I forgot to change something in my room yesterday, and that's what it was. Oh, well. Let's see here, guys. What's our first essential question? And I would love to get that from Addie A. How can we solve inequalities with parentheses to deal with? Okay. Jeopardy this week is vice presidents who became president. As the vice president to George Washington, he was our nation's first vice president and later the second president. That is indeed John Adams. John Adams is correct. And then classic American diner food, pancakes. Pancakes, very good. Pancakes. Okay, it's true, but usually we'll say John Adams for the senior and then John Q. Adams for junior. All right, underneath all this, guys, got a pencil? So today's topic is inequalities with parentheses. Okay. Let's go ahead and try this one. 6 open parentheses, 5 minus 2b close parentheses is greater than or equal to 19. So this problem is a lot like the ones that we've been doing, except now there's a parentheses. But guess what, guys? It turns out you solve this the exact same way that you solve any equation. The only difference is if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative, You flip the inequality. So if that was an equation, what are the steps that you would take to solve it? And just keep your eyes open. Do you ever divide or multiply both sides by a negative? If so, flip that inequality. Give it a shot, and here we go. Teach. Okay, get that hand up, and I'll come help. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to help. That's what I'm here for. I'm not even a pretty face. Here, let's go ahead and get this down for me, Josh, okay? It's okay. Hey, hey, hey. That's my job. I'm good at it. Like, they pay me to badger people to write things down. It's a weird job, but it's one I have. Go ahead and write that down for me, Taos, and see if you can get that going. Go ahead and show me those opposites and balance.
How did you get 0.916 repeating? Yeah. No, that sounds right.
Yeah, might be a repeating decimal, and that's okay. Hollow Scott. Oh, is that what you were going to ask? Yeah. The answer, I believe, is a repeating decimal. No. Well, let's write it down correctly. Let's write it down as the way it is. Got this one? I got this already, Luke? Okay, but here's the thing. This is not helping.
Yeah, I know.
What you need to do is this. Okay? 30. So 30, write it down. And then what's 6 times negative 2? Negative 12b. Very good. Is greater than or equal to 19. Now that's a two-step inequality, and it goes down a little bit like the ones that we did in our warm-up. So do that instead. Table A, how'd this go?
We got B is whatever that sign is, 0.9.
Less than or equal to? That sounds possible. Okay, let's do it. Ooh, you know what? There's one thing you forgot to do. So the 6 times 5 is 30. Beautiful. But you forgot to do 6 times 2 also. So that should be a 12b. Now this is a two-step inequality. How do I get rid of the 30? Okay. Is it a positive or a negative?
Positive.
So get rid of it by subtracting 30 from both sides. Yes, Jane?
I'm like really sad.
Let's do it. Oh, okay, here we go. So the thing is that you're trying to solve it too early. Like, you're going a little bit too fast. So instead of doing it like this, let's start by distributing that into parentheses so that we can simplify a little bit. What's 6 times 5?
30.
Go ahead and write that down. And then what's 6 times negative 2? Punch it in there. That's what it's there for.
Negative 12.
Almost. Let's make it through this, okay? Okay, and then that's greater than or equal to 19. Just a second, okay? Let's finish this.
It's greater, right?
Yep. And then don't forget the b, right? There you go. It's greater than or equal to 19. Mm-hmm. Now that is a two-step inequality, right? Don't forget. How do I get rid of this 30? Yeah, so take it from there. Solve it the normal way, okay? Okay, let's see here. Gotcha. And then, do you have a phone on you, Nori?
Oh, no.
Okay, then off you go. You're good. Hello there, Penny.
So, how I messed up on this when I was supposed to do 27. Which one am I supposed to do now? Like, how do you know?
So, remember, this situation over here is the date. Which one's you?
I'm the B.
You're the B.
I'm the B.
So who's the date?
The 12?
Yeah, who's the annoying sibling?
I don't know.
Oh, who's left?
30 or, it could be
Ooh.
30 or 19.
Well, the thing is
Where'd
that
you get 12 from?
30 is, I'll be right with you. 30 is on, this is where the date's happening. 19's like, that's where you're dropping everybody off.
Okay.
So 30 is on the date with you, so it's the 30. So how do I get rid of a 30?
Just minus it by
Yeah, so do
Okay.
minus 30, minus 30. Take it from there.
Okay. Oh, so I was
There
doing
you
it
go.
right the first time.
Yeah, you got it.
Look at it. Is it the bigger number?
It doesn't matter the number size.
Okay.
It's always the number that's on the same side of the variable, but farther away from it.
Oh,
Doing this right the entire time, and then I erased it.
That makes more
Okay,
sense now.
good, excellent. That's what I'm here for. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay. Voices. Crew, what would be your first step to solving something like this? Well, I'm glad we're talking. So, crew, what makes this different from the problems from our warm-up? If you look at the problems from our warm-up, what makes it different? Yeah, so we got to take care of that. Do you remember what symbol is secretly going on between the 6 and the parentheses? Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the stuff on the inside here by our 6. So 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times a minus 2 is a minus 12. B. And the rest just drops down like this. Now that's a two-step inequality, crew. So what do I need to get rid of first? The 30 or the 12? Yeah. And how do I get rid of that 30? Close. That minus is actually talking to the 12. So I'm going to have to take away 30 since it's a positive. If there's no symbol there, there's an invisible plus sign. Shh. Let them focus, guys. But then I have to do the same thing over here. 19 minus 30 is negative 11. So I get negative 12b is greater than or equal to negative 11. How am I going to get rid of that negative 12 that's stuck to my b there, crew? I'm glad we're talking. Remember, there's no symbol, there's a secret multiply, right? So what's the opposite of that? So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 12. And if ever there was a time for a calculator, it was now. That's negative 11, I got it, divided by negative 12, and that looks like 0.916 repeating. Sure, Melissa. So 0.916 repeating. Now, really quick, crew, before I let you go, did we multiply or divide both sides by a negative on that last step, yes or no? Yes, we did. That means we have to flip the inequality. 0.916, was it? 916 repeating. So B is less than or equal to 0.916 repeating. Mira. Right. Or multiplying it by a negative. That's also a thing. If that's the idea. That's the idea. That's why we're talking, right? If I was going to graph this, guys, and I apologize in advance for the weird number, is, let's see, 0.916 repeating. And honestly, its neighbors, I'm going to call its neighbors 1 and 0. See, this is where the time goes, right? This is where the time goes. And it's funny that the direction that this time eater is coming from is the same direction I keep hearing requests for watching Friday's announcements that you missed because I was absent. So it's weird to me that you're like, can we please use our class time to do something I want? And then P.S., I'm just going to talk over you and make you wait around and make you have this dumb conversation like so many times. It's really just enough. Like, stop. Stop all the extra talking. We're never going to get to it if this is how it goes. Okay, so B is less than or equal to 0.916 repeating. That is going to be a filled dot. Why filled? Because of this guy. That little bar there says use a filled dot because 0.916 repeating is indeed less than or equal to itself. Then we just have to think, is there a number that I can think of that's less than 0.916 repeating? Addie A, is there a number you can think of that's less than 0.916 repeating? Negative anything, absolutely. So we can just shade over here with the negatives. I love using the negatives to do that because the negatives make it really easy, right? If you've got a negative number, think about the positives and the negatives there. Very good. Beautiful. After seeing that once, how many of us are feeling like we can manage that okay? You guys doing all right out there? Beautiful. Okay. Let's do another one, and I want you to watch out. This one actually freaks people out a lot more than it might have to. 3, just a second, is greater than negative 3, open parentheses, x minus 7, close parentheses. So if you want to do this like the way that Ada does it and flip it, you can. Don't forget to flip the inequality if you do that because the alligator should be trying to eat the 3 regardless of which way it's pointing. So when I say teach, I want you to say, okay, See what you can do with this and teach. Mira, what was your question?
Okay, so when is our self-assessment for this?
Today.
What?
That's the plan.
I mean self-check.
Oh, skill check.
Skill check, sorry.
Thursday. It is.
Wait, so do you start the 7th or after?
What's that?
Does the start
During the skill check, absolutely. Hmm. What's the question?
Do you add the 7th?
Oh, you know what? Before I do any of that, let's simplify.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Before we do any of that, let's simplify.
Okay, real quick, I'm flipping that.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that. Yeah.
Are we taking away the 3rd or the 7th?
I would start. Well, there's two ways to do this, right? There was. Oh, I'm trying to remember who did it which way. One was it Summer? Yeah, Summer's way where you divide both sides by -3 to start.
Okay.
And then there is, I think it was Nori who was distributing in. Or did I get that mixed up? That was right. Yeah. You can. You can choose either to divide both sides by -3 to start or distribute in to start. They'll both give you the same answer at the end. Are you distributing?
-3.
Yes, that would be it. Yes. And then don't forget the -3 times the -7.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, Manuela.
But is it -6 is greater than x because you divide by
Beautiful.
3? You divide by 3.
Do you know what? There was only one little thing you did incorrectly. You forgot to bring this negative down.
Oh.
Right. And then now, will you show me divide both sides by -3? And then since you divided by negative, what's going to happen? Yeah. We're actually in the last 10 minutes. We're just about out of here. Okay. Can I get you back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jane, voice is off. I have counted down. Jane, what's the first step that you would like to do here? Do you want to flip them, or do you want to make, like, what do you want to do with this?
First do 3 times.
Sure. We'll just solve it right where it stands. Distribute that -3 into parentheses. That's 3 as -3x plus 21. Now, listen carefully. I know we just multiplied by a negative, but did we multiply both sides by a negative? Yes or no? No. So we actually don't change the inequality because of that. Because we didn't multiply both sides by a negative, simplifying, we don't change the direction of the inequality. We keep it the same. Keep going, Jane. What's next?
Next you would do negative -21.
No. Don't be sorry. That's exactly right. Because is it a negative or is it a minus sign? The answer is yes, right? Depends on what you're doing with it. That gives me -18 is greater than -3x. What's going to be your next and last step? Divide both sides by -3. Now, Jane, did we divide both sides by a negative? Yes, and that means that, and I think that's 6. And I have to change the inequality sign x. 6 is less than x.
How do you know when to put the variable first?
Oh, Annie, it's totally up to you. Doesn't matter to me.
Oh.
The truth is, if you'd have solved it, like if you did this the way that Ada does and moved it like this, I'll show you exactly what happens. That's the 3, you distribute in, -3x plus 21 is less than 3, subtract 21. It's literally the same problem, no matter which direction it is. And these answers are both perfectly acceptable. 6 is less than x, or x is greater than 6. That's the same thing, right? To say that 6 is less than a number is the same thing as saying that number is greater than 6. It's just, I think that this one's probably easier to graph, because it's easier to answer what number is bigger than 6 than 6 is less than what number. But either one works. Jane, can you give me a number that 6 is less than? 7, absolutely. So if you plunk down the 6, and its partner is 7, 8, and then it's a 5, 4. Should this have a hollow circle or a filled circle, Jane? Very good. And then I'm going to shade towards the 7. And that's it. Sorry, I hear a question. Nori?
Why would you shade to the right?
You would shade to the right?
But what if you said it didn't matter if you put the...
Oh, the variable here or here?
Yeah, what would you do like that?
Oh, well, answer this question. 6 is less than... Go ahead. No, just Nori, please. Oh, sure. But give me an actual number. 6 is less than?
8.
Okay. And what is greater than 6? See how both of those tell you to shade towards 8? That's why it's okay. That's why it doesn't matter. On Canvas, I like this just as much as I like this. These are both legitimate answers, and they're literally telling you the same thing. Yes, Annie?
Wait, do you have to like graph?
So on Canvas, you won't graph, but on your skill check, I will ask you to turn in your graphs along with your opposites and balance. So if those of you who hate opposites and balance, guys, half the points are going to come from opposites and balance, and the other half are going to come from your graphs. Okay, here's what I want you to do, guys. Will you open up your planner to page 52? Page 52. That would be Tuesday, November 4th. Okay? Your self-assessment today is 6.2, which is inequalities with parentheses. Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. If you're feeling confident and you feel like you're doing great, work on 6.2. Work on 6.2. Those are the level 3 questions on your skill check on Thursday, which, by the way, if you go to page 53 to Thursday, November 6th, we're going to take our inequalities skill check that day. Okay?
And is this like the shortest distance between starting a unit and doing the skill check?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been keeping track. But if you're not feeling confident, if you're not there yet, I want you to actually work on yesterday's self-assessment 6.1 and raise your hand and ask me questions if you're not sure what to do. Guys, I'm walking around and I'm seeing folks who aren't sure what to do and they're just diddling around on their calculators instead of asking me questions. That's not a good use of your class time because I'm here to help you. We do have some time to work on this, so I want you guys to open your Chromebook and work on either 6.1 or 6.2 for the next 5 minutes and raise your hand and let me know if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing on any problem.